Coming up on the Suze Orman Show. It is Halloween, and I'm asking you, what haunts you? You say to me that you want to change, and I'm scared on this Halloween night that you're not being honest with yourself. Plus, the mystery man in my studio, I can predict, oh, he will be approved. And one of the oddest, can I afford it, ever.
I want to go to the famous elf school. The countries in the Scandinavian area are filled with the little people. We see them all around the world.
Listen, I've had all kinds of things on the Can I Afford It segment, honest to God, on the Suze Orman Show. Hello, everybody. I'm Suze Orman, and you're watching a special Halloween edition of the Suze Orman Show. Now, I have a question to ask you. What is haunting you? Is it your creepy credit card debt? Is it your scary spending? Or is it your ghost of debt past? Tonight, we're going to give you tricks as well as treats. And right now, I have a treat, or possibly a trick for you. We're going to have a mystery email reader. Take a look. Now, you're going to have to decide who is this mystery email reader. I'm going to be giving you hints throughout the show. And here is the first one. Every time he's around, things get ugly. Are you scared over there? Are you scared? A little bit. All right, so I'm going to be coming back to you. Don't you go anywhere. Do you hear me? But for now, I'm going to be taking off my mask. There we are. Here I am. And we're going to be going to our first guest tonight. Louina is coming to us from Philadelphia. Girlfriend, I hear you have a scary story to tell us.
Hi, Susie. How are you?
I'm actually fabulous. Happy Halloween, my dear.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so tell me all about it.
Okay, so basically, back in college, I was very financially irresponsible, ran up a lot of credit card debt, and basically didn't pay any bills on time, put myself in a bit of a financial hole, and I've never since been able to get out of it. I've graduated and I've been working for about 3 years now. I'm a lot better with my bills and everything, but I still have that old college debt from some of it dating back to 2001 that haunts me, and it haunts me every day. And I basically would like to know how to go back and start paying everything off and fixing it and putting those ghost of credit cards past at rest. And my only problem now is I don't know how to go about doing it.
Here's the good news for you. A lot of this debt, in my opinion, is past the statute of limitations. The statute of limitations in Philadelphia, in Pennsylvania, is 4 years. So when was the last time, as far as you can recollect, that you made a payment on the majority of this credit card debt?
I don't think I've made any payments.
For 5 years, 6 years,
Yes.
7 years, all the way back,
know.
right? In my opinion, you are past the statute of limitations. For those of you watching right now, what does that mean? Every single state has what's known as a statute of limitations. You can go to my website and you can find out under resources what they are. And that is simply a period of time from the last time you paid a debt, that if that time period has elapsed, your creditors can no longer come back and sue you. They can no longer come back and say, I want that money, because they no longer are owed that money because so much time has passed. The statute is up. I have a feeling, since where you happen to live in Pennsylvania, it is 4 years, the statute of limitations, you're past that. So I'm not so worried about your past debt. Okay. Don't let it haunt you. You haven't paid for it. Here's what I'm worried about, to tell you the truth. You, my love, are a pharmacist. You, my love, are making $90,000 a year. You, my love, are bringing home, after taxes and everything, $5,000 a month. What's going on? You're telling me you're worried about your past and clearing up this debt. I'm worried about your future. I'm worried about your future because when I look at your expenses, the way that I see this is you are a taker. You are not a giver. You're a taker. You take all of this for granted. You take this money and you spend it on yourself. You spend $250 a month or $3,000 on vacations. You go to a gym. In fact, you have 2 gym memberships, one that you're not even using. You're spending $175 a month on that. All these things that you're doing. So you say to me that you want to change. And I'm scared on this Halloween night that you're not being honest with yourself. Now, there is no way possible, looking at your expenses, that you're being honest. Because if you're bringing home $5,000 a month, I get that you're spending approximately $2,500 to $3,000 a month. What are you doing with that other $2,000, girlfriend?
Suze, I wish I had an answer for you. I ask myself that every time I go back and look at what I have saved, which is not very much at all. And another part of what I wanted to ask you is how do I become more financially responsible? And I don't know where my money goes, and I try to keep a budget. And every month it just seems like it's paycheck to paycheck.
Here's my question for you. You go to work 5 days a week, correct?
Yes.
Would you say being a pharmacist is a tremendous responsibility?
Yes, it is.
Why is it a responsibility? What do you have to keep track of when you're a pharmacist?
Medications, lots and lots of them, interactions. You have to have an abundance of knowledge. You have to.
That's right. You have to make sure that when somebody comes in, they give you a little piece of paper, that you give them the right dosage, you give them the right prescription, you give them, because if you don't, it is possible within your realm, you could give somebody a prescription that could kill them. That could damage them. But you don't do that. You are this responsible pharmacist that has the capability of keeping every single thing straight for others, but not for yourself when it comes to money. Are you telling me that it's more difficult to keep track of what happens to $2,500 than it is to keep track of all the milligrams, the this, the that, the dosages that you give out every day? Is that what you're trying to tell Suze Orman?
It appears so, unfortunately.
I don't think so.
It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be. And it's not. So here's the bottom line. As far as your finances happen to be concerned, you're doing a few things that make absolutely no sense. Currently, you have 2 insurance policies, one on your mother, one on your father. You're spending $144 a month for that. Why you have insurance policies on your parents who aren't financially dependent upon you on any level, or you're not dependent upon them in any level, and you're spending so much money, in my opinion, is an absolute waste of money. That's number one. So as long as you know that they are in good health, nothing's wrong. If I were you, I would immediately cancel those insurance policies. Some friend of yours, I'm sure, sold you whole life insurance policies where you have it on your parents. Are you kidding me? You are to cancel those. Next, you need to look at getting real with your situation. You cannot go on vacation. You cannot be given gifts. You can't be doing that. If you look at your expenses, you could easily cut out at least $800 a month of frivolous things, eating out, all of those things, if you want to get real with what's happening in your life. The real thing is this that I want you to think about. You've gotten away with, girlfriend, you have gotten away with not having to pay thousands of dollars to credit cards that you owe them at one point in time. All right, you got away with it because you're past the statute of limitations. You owe, therefore, this world something. When I started this interview tonight, I said you were a taker, you're not a giver. And people who simply take render themselves powerless. People who want to give in a respectful way become powerful human beings. When you're powerful, You attract people to you. People control money. Therefore, when you are powerful, you attract money to you. I want you to look at your situation, and I want you to decide on a respectful amount that every single month you give away to a nonprofit or a place of worship of your choice, so that you can start the month every month from a place of giving to something that makes sense. So that you start to feel generous, and in your own way, you're paying back the world for the fact that you got away with thousands of dollars of credit card debt that you do not have to pay back. Am I making sense to you?
Yes, yes,
All right,
you
so
are.
here's the bottom line. You've got to go through your expenses. You have got to decide that you want to be a financial grown-up. That you don't want to ever say the words, I don't know where $2,500 a month goes. I don't know. I want you to be the financial pharmacist of your life. I want you to give yourself as much attention as you give the customers that come into the drugstore that you work for. You have what it takes to do that, okay?
Okay.
And you are going to have to decide, why have you voluntarily sabotaged yourself? Why have you tricked yourself into thinking and into feeling you do not deserve the treat of a financially abundant life? I want you to think about that. I want you to cut down your expenses. I want you to take control of your life. And then I want you to call us back here on the Suze Orman Show. And I want to hear how you're doing. Girlfriend, trick or treat, which is it?
Treat.
You got it. Happy Halloween. Yeah. Cheryl, my dear, coming to us tonight from Maryland. Are you having a good Halloween?
Oh, yeah, it's fun for the kids.
For the kids, yes. Ask me your question.
Okay. I'm haunted by my $60,000 worth of credit card debt due to my bad spending habits, and now my interest rates are going up. My FICO score used to be around 800 a few years ago. Now I'm afraid to look at it.
And here's my question for you. What happened?
Well, my motto was people first, then things, then money.
Yeah.
And it just got out of control. And
All right, so let's go back to my question again. What happened? Here you are. How old are you?
55.
55. And a few years ago, you had money under control. You had an 800 FICO score. Everything was going right. What happened in your life that all of a sudden made you just go invisible, that made you become a ghost to yourself and everybody else matter more than you? What happened?
Well, I remodeled my house mostly with my credit card.
Yep. And why did you do that?
I just wasn't thinking. It was bad spending.
All right, so you put $60,000 on credit card debts to remodel your house.
Well, it wasn't all of that. It was just, the credit card was there. I had a high limit, and now, they're pretty much maxed out.
Mm-hmm. Are you living by yourself currently?
No. I'm a single parent with a 15-year-old daughter.
All right.
And I live paycheck to paycheck.
And I just have to ask you this. A few years ago, when you remodeled your house, your daughter at that time was about 12 years of age.
Yes.
Were you remodeling it because when she came home or she had friends or she went to other people's houses, you felt that their houses were better than yours and you wanted to have a great house just like everybody else did?
Well, not quite. It was me, a lot of it.
But so not about your daughter. It was you wanted to be like everybody else.
Yeah.
And what happened to your husband?
Well, that was a divorce a long time ago.
Long time ago. And do you feel that you've recovered from that divorce?
Oh, yes.
All right, good. So, all right, but 3 years ago at 52, you just went nuts with the credit card. So your question to me is what?
Well, I make $110,000 a year.
Girlfriend, that is a lot of money.
Yeah, but I have a lot of cash flow out and not enough income. I know I'm a long way from retiring, but I can't see my way out of this. It seems that credit counseling, a debt management program, or bankruptcy are my choices. I just want to know what my best option is.
Your best option is for you to really look at why on $110,000 a year income do you know that people would give their eye teeth to have $50,000 a year of income today, that there are people that can't work, that there are people because they can't find a job, and you have $110,000 a year income. Therefore, you are going to have to make decisions. Look at your life. Do you sell this house? Do you do this? Do you do that? Not where you claim bankruptcy when you're making $110,000 a year. You are going to have to make very hardcore decisions to live a lifestyle where you can afford it with $110,000. That means you're going to have to, when you go to a debt management company or whatever it is, when they tell you to do something, you're going to have to do it. Because here's the real sad thing. Now your daughter has gone from being 12 to 15. Soon she's going to be 18. She's going to be 20. And she is going to learn from mommy that money doesn't matter. You live in fear. You spend this even though you can't afford it. You are passing down to her a message that may destroy her entire financial life. Don't do that to your daughter. She deserves more than that, and so do you. Were you buying that? Didn't you feel like I was talking to her like something goes wrong? You're 52, you have an 800 FICO score, and all of a sudden you spend money. What did you think?
Something was going on. She was hesitated when you asked what happened 3 years ago. I don't think it was just remodeling. $100,000 a year is a lot of money.
See, do you see what I have to deal with here? do you just see it?
It's like you can, frightening.
It is. You can kind of sense it. All right. That's our mystery email reader. Oh, do you know who he is yet? He'll be coming up in a little bit. Also ahead.
I signed up as a primary account holder for my now ex-boyfriend's business. He does make the minimum payments. However, I want to be discharged from his business pet.
Well, slow down with me for just 1 second. And later, been wanting something? Ask me, can I afford it?
I would like to buy a study abroad in Iceland. I want to go to the famous elk school in Reykjavik and get a certification as an elk spotter.
Are you kidding me? Welcome back, everybody, to a special Halloween edition of the Suze Orman Show. We have calls for you coming up, but first, I want to remind you tonight we have a special email guest reader. Can you recognize him? Do you know who he is? Let me now give you a few more hints. He went to Juilliard. Oh, yes, he appears weekly on a hit television show. And truthfully, he's very temperamental. Do you know who he is? Yes. Who are you, most mystery reader? So, hello there. Are you having fun so far?
This is amazing. I'm having the most amazing time.
You know, when he walked in, Lou, today, he wanted me to say, he asked me, he said, is Lou going to be jealous? And I said, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? All right, everybody, are you ready? Let's go to the phones. Kelly in Texas, what's up?
Hi, I'm haunted by a stupid mistake I made. I signed up
That means let's get into this. Let's open the door and tell me what it's all about.
Well, I signed up as a primary account holder for my now ex-boyfriend's business. He does make the minimum payments. However, I want to be discharged from his business pet.
Well, slow down with me for just 1 second.
Okay.
Your ex-boyfriend obviously had you sign on a loan for his business, correct?
Very correct.
Very correct. Now, the only thing not correct about that is he didn't have you sign on that loan. You, as a woman who loved your ex-boyfriend at the time, wanted to help him out because you had faith in him. You thought for sure he was going to be the treat of your life. So he asked you, and you voluntarily said yes, and you signed on that loan. Here you are. You're no longer, you're no longer doing it. You don't even really like him anymore. And you want out of it. The only good thing that happened is you probably lost weight when you broke up, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all right. See, that's the good thing. Think about it. You got thin because you got him out of your life. Do you know how much we go through to get thin? Oh, my God. Anyway, okay. Now you find out that actually you are not in the first position of that loan. Somebody else actually lent him more money than you did, correct?
Yeah.
And you're wanting to know, how do you get out of your position on it, because you want him to refinance it and take your name off. But nobody's going to give him money because more money is owed on it. That's essentially it, right?
Yep, that's pretty much it.
Here's the bad news for you. You're stuck where you are. The good news is he at least paying this loan?
Oh, yeah, and he actually wants to get my name off of it. He wants to do the right thing now.
All right, so here's what you need to do. You just need to have faith in him that he's going to get your name off of it, that he's going to be able to hold this in his own name, and that you just aren't going to be liable. In the meantime, continue to check your credit reports and your FICO score to make sure that he actually is making payments, because, you know, he could be telling you that he's making payments, and the truth of the matter is maybe he's not making payments, and you wouldn't know because you're not checking your FICO scores. Got that? Up next, you can't afford to miss. Can I afford it?
I want to buy a $100 Halloween costume for my baby.
Are you kidding? The wolves, the financial wolves are going to come after you. Also,
I want to go to the famous elf school in Reykjavik. This is a certification school to actually connect with and find the little people. And we folk, the elves, are one branch of the entities that are with me all the time.
Yes, this is the Halloween version of the Can I Afford It segment. You know, coming up in a little bit, our mystery email reader. Oh, you're so cute. Yes, you are. He will be revealing who he is. Do you have any ideas? However, right now, this is the Can I Afford It segment. This is where you call in. You tell me what it is that you want to buy, and sometimes it is seriously scary. I know. But I tell you if you can afford it or not. Are you ready, little guy? Let's look over here to this camera, and let's see, what is it that Esther wants to buy?
Hello, Susie.
Hello, Esther.
I would like to buy a study abroad in Iceland. I want to go to the famous elf school in Reykjavik and get a certification as an elf spotter.
Are you kidding me?
No, the countries in the Scandinavian area are filled with the little people. We see them all around the world, the elves, leprechauns, pixies, and this is a certification school to actually connect with and find the little people. And I'm a professional paranormal investigator, so this is a business expense. I deal with ghosts, the spirit world, and angels, and the wee folk, the elves, are one branch of the entities that are with me all the time. So having this certification will be very practical and useful.
All right, so I'm there with you all the way. Listen, I've had all kinds of things on the Can I Afford It segment, honest to God, on the Suze Orman Show. But okay, this is kind of a first. You know, I'm into these things a little bit. You know, there's rumors out there that I'm psychic. Can you feel it? Do you feel like I am when you watch the Suze Orman Show? This entity enters me and I know things about people that they aren't telling me. However, show me the money, because the money tells the story, girlfriend. Go for it.
All right. You Geminis are good storytellers.
Yes,
by the way,
we
and
are.
I believe you. All right. I have an average of $3,500 a month income. I own my own business.
Yeah, so that is income that you generate. That's not a fixed pension. If you did not work, it would not come in.
That's correct.
Got it. All right.
So I own my own home outright.
Fabulous.
I have $60,000 in savings.
Yeah.
No debt.
Yeah, great.
And I have retirement assets in investment, art, and antiques. I don't have a formal retirement plan because I think all of that's going to disappear in the next few years. That's my own opinion, stocks and other investments. So I've invested in investment-grade antiques, furniture, and gems that I hope will appreciate in value. They're worth now conservatively maybe $20,000.
All right, so $20,000. So in reality, if you were able to sell all your antiques, you have approximately, you are 60 years of age, you have approximately $80,000 to your name.
I'm 56 years of
56.
age. The elves must have changed the
Right, there you go.
The 60 came from the retirement account, and with your elves, we were arguing about that.
I got it. All right. So 56 years of age, you still earn income, no fixed income there. If that income goes away, something happens, there it goes. By any chance, you have a picture of this school? Let me see what it kind of looks like, because so do you go into this school in the hills? Is that what I'm seeing here? You like go into this little road and you go into this underground?
The elves live, the hidden folk have certain sacred areas, and the school is held in one of them. It's based in the city of Reykjavik, but I think that the location is where the students go to actually communicate with and study the hidden folk in kind of a field investigative setting.
I got it. It's $4,000, correct?
Yes, that'll be the airfare, the tuition.
And everything. All right, so here, Esther, if you were going to say, use your skills here, what would Suze Orman say? What do you think I'm going to do?
I think you're going to approve it because I have my emergency fund.
Yes, but here's the thing. I'm denying you.
You are, okay.
And the reason I'm denying you, really with the utmost love and respect, is this. If, God forbid, anything happens to you, you get ill, you get sick, there is no retirement plan in place for you, number one, really. $80,000 will give you maybe $100 a month, whatever it may be, after everything's going on. But the truth of the matter is your emergency fund will go very, very quickly, and then what will we do? I need you to build that up more for you to go underground. So before I go on, I just have to ask, did I do the right thing on this Halloween Eve? Did I do the right thing by denying her? I guess I did. I have to tell you, that was my most favorite Can I Afford It ever in the history of the Can I Afford It segment. All right, Bettina, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. I want to buy a baby sleep consultation with a sleep expert. We have fraternal boy-girl twins that are 7 months old, and they haven't slept longer than about 4 hours stretched together since birth. Oh, Susie, we've tried everything short of letting them cry it out, and we really want a gentle sleep training plan. Have
you tried separating them?
We've tried separating them. I've read 5 books. Oh, it was easy with my first child,
but these, as you see, you should have stopped. Anyway, sleep-wise, trust me, these two will grow up and they will be your angels, and it will all be worth it. But show me the money, girlfriend.
Okay. We have $5,900 a month take home.
Yep.
$15,000 HELOC at 3% currently.
Yep.
$17,000 in savings.
Yep.
And $154,000 in retirement.
All right. We really don't have enough in emergency money, do we?
No,
we don't. Wait, no,
we have our house paid off.
I don't care. You can't sell your house. The rule of thumb here on the Suze Orman Show is you need an 8-month emergency fund. However, the rule of thumb here on the Suze Orman Show is also people first, then money, then things. Savings, people first, then money, then things. Saving, people first, then money, then things. You have been approved. And the reason you have been approved is nothing is going to matter if you cannot sleep, if you are getting sick, if you can't work. $300, go ahead and do it. All right, Lexi, what do you want to buy?
Hey, Susie, I want to buy facial rejuvenation. And I also noticed that you have my picture on the screen wearing my Halloween mask.
I love that. So it's like, so you want I know, I should get you together with Esther, our very first Can I Afford It for Elf School, and she should do a thing over you to make your face great forever so that you don't have to spend $1,000 to do so. Is it $1,000 once? Is it $1,000 every year? Is it $1,000 what?
It's $1,000 every year.
Every year. Girlfriend, show me the money.
Okay, we bring home $8,000 a month.
Yeah.
We have a 30-year fixed year at $213,000 at 4.7%.
Yeah, good.
A $10,000 car loan at 4%.
Yeah.
$30,000 in savings.
Yeah.
And $164,000 in retirement.
Oh, this is easy. Denied. And again, the reason that you are denied now, unlike the last caller, where she did not have enough in emergency savings to cover 8-month expenses, it was a health issue. As she continued to not sleep, she was going to get sick. If you get sick, you can't make money. Everything goes down the drain. You do not have 8 months of emergency savings put aside for yourself, and this is elective. This isn't something you just want to do once. You want to do it every single year. And why do I think if I look back, you probably have been doing it every single year? The truth of the matter is, it's something you cannot afford. That would be far better off. Just stay out of the sun. Just put whatever cream you are putting on or whatever it is. But $1,000 every year, and you're going to do this, and you're only 37 years old? I don't think so. You have been denied. All right, we have one more for you. Taryn, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. I want to buy a $100 Halloween costume for my baby.
All right, so you want to take the baby out tonight, Halloween, in a $100 costume. Do you think he or she will ever even remember it?
Probably not.
No, but so this is for you. This is something you just want to do. You want to spend $100 to take your little baby out and show everybody what Mama did for the baby. Show me the money, girlfriend.
Okay, we have a combined income of $3,000 a month.
Yeah.
$62,000 30-year fixed mortgage.
Yeah.
$23,000 credit card debt.
Denied. What are you thinking? What, you have $23,000 of credit card debt. That is scary. That's like, are you kidding? The wolves, the financial wolves are going to come after you. And they're not just going to come after you once, they're going to come after you twice and 3 times. You cannot afford it. Don't even think about it. The baby isn't going to know. Are you nuts? No, no, no. Don't you dare pull that trick on yourself. Do you hear me? Do you want to be part of the Can I Afford It segment? Well, all you have to do is go to my website, SuzeOrman.com, and you will find the information you need to know there to come to play with me right here. Up next, I just have to say something to everybody watching right now. I want you to listen to Lee's voice. I want you to listen to the fear that's coming through here. This is what I want everybody to take away from this call. And later, everybody wants to know. They want to know, who are you? Unveil yourself. Can you do this?
I can do it.
Are you ready, everybody?
If you think you need it, before you buy it, you better ask, can I afford it? In today's hard times, you need a financial reality check. The Suze Orman Show, Saturdays.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Halloween edition of the Suze Orman Show. Yes, coming up in a few minutes, our mystery email reader. Have you figured out who he is yet? Have you? Here he is. Oh, look it. Yeah. Oh. I knew it. I knew you wouldn't stay faithful to me. I knew you would find something else that you were attracted to more than me. Oh, my God. Anyway, stay tuned because he's coming up. But now let's go back to the calls. All right, listen. Money can be scary. When you lose touch with the money that you have, fear can enter every part of your being, as what's happened with Lee from Kentucky, our next call. Lee, welcome to the Suze Orman Show.
Well, I'm scared about what's left of my retirement.
All right. How old are you, girlfriend?
I'm a 70-year-old widow.
You're a 70-year-old widow. And when did you lose your husband?
9 years ago.
9 years ago. And it's still scary, isn't it, to be on your own? Yeah. You know, sometimes it's just how it is. Wait, I just have to say something to everybody watching right now. I want you to listen to Lee's voice. I want you to listen to the fear that's coming through here. She lost her husband 9 years ago. Is it not true, Lee, that prior to that, your husband may have said to you, it's okay, honey, it's going to be all right, don't worry about it. You didn't get involved with the money that you wished you had way back when, right?
Oh, I didn't even know what his salary was.
Do you see, everybody? Listen to Lee. Go on, tell me about it.
Well, okay, I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
And so when he died, a family member, his money came to me as a rollover IRA.
Yeah.
And as I say, I knew absolutely nothing. So a family member said, I have a friend who manages money, and why don't you let him manage it? And so I did. And at that time, I had not, unfortunately, ever listened to you or read your books. And he put it all in the stock market.
Yeah, how much was it, Lee, at that time?
Well, it was over $775,000.
So at the time your husband left, he had worked so hard, he had left you $750,000. How much is it worth today?
$500,000.
All right. So can I put things into perspective for you now, okay?
Yeah.
I get that you lost $250,000. Okay.
$275,000.
Oh, that's my girl. You correct me. You know where every penny is now, because that's how it should be.
And it's in a bank account earning nothing.
All right, so we can change that. We can fix that. Here is the good news. Rather than thinking that you lost almost $300,000, let's say it was even $300,000, let's look at it in terms of what does that mean you lost in actual income. $300,000 at today's interest rates may be invested at 3 or 4% a year, right, is approximately, all right, $800 or $900 a month, and after taxes, and you're looking at everything that way, so maybe you're down $600 or $700 a month of income. I understand that is a lot of money of lost income, but it is not everything. You still have the $500,000 that could be invested to generate income for you. You're still getting Social Security, correct?
I get $1,680 a month.
And how much are your monthly expenses? Do you know?
Yes, I figure with taxes and everything, they're about $3,000 a month.
All right, so here's the thing. With $3,000 a month of expenses, you get Social Security. We're going to be able to take money from your retirement account, okay, at $500,000 left. We can easily get you almost up there to cover your expenses. Do you own your home outright?
No, I have $86,000 mortgage. It's at 5.75.
All right, so let me ask you, the $86,000 mortgage, how much are you paying for that per month?
$795.
All right, so I may very well say to you, let's take money, let's get rid of the mortgage, save your $795 a month. Here's the bottom line. I'm going to work with you after the show. Okay? I'm going to make sure that you're okay. The bottom line is this, and this is what I want everybody to take away from this call, Lee. None of you are ever again in your life, especially the women watching right now, you are never to just blindly hand over something to a financial advisor in the hopes that it's going to be okay. You are never again to not get involved with your finances with your husband. You are never again to just go through life saying, it's going to be okay, I'm taking care of things, they're taking care of this. You are the ones that are responsible for this money with your life partner, with your spouse, so that this never happens to you. Because maybe you won't be in a situation where you can call up Suze Orman, and Suze Orman afterwards is going to work with you and make sure that you're okay. You have to make sure that you're okay yourself. Do you all understand that? That is the goal of the Suze Orman Show. Coming up next, my mystery emailer unmasked. Yes, it is Halloween tonight. Yes, that's why I have the mask on. That's why I have the little skull here. But welcome back to the Eek Mail. Yes, this is Eek Mail tonight because it's Halloween. Get it? All right. Version of the Suze Orman Show. Now, normally, we have Lou reading me emails. But tonight we have a mystery guest. Should I give them one more clue as to who you may be?
Perhaps, yes.
Perhaps, yes, darling. His original character, when he appeared on this TV show, he was only supposed to have a guest spot, but he was so incredible they hired him full time. You think about that as he reads me the email. Have you had a good time tonight?
I've had the most amazing time tonight. I had the best seat in the house for the Suze Orman show.
You know, I keep telling Lou, this is how a man should look in a T-shirt. This is, can I give him a little, it's like, give us a little sex appeal, a little whatever, and thing. But, he just kind of goes, huh? Anyway.
He's been giving me dirty looks all day.
I bet he has, because, read me that email, sexy email guest star.
This is from Andrea, who is 31, in Sherman Oaks, California.
Yes.
I'm in debt up to my eyeballs and am now considering bankruptcy. But the problem is that my mother's name is on most of my credit cards and my car payment as the primary card holder. Will I be allowed to file, and will it affect her?
That's the first time we've ever had a clean read-through in once of an email, but you probably don't know that. All right, here's the thing. What was her name?
Her name is Andrea.
Andrea, my dear, here's the problem. You betcha it is going to affect her. Are you kidding? Her name is on everything. It probably already has affected her, because if you are not paying these things, if you are behind on payments already, which is why you're probably thinking of claiming bankruptcy and what you're doing, it's already appearing on her credit report, damaging her FICO score. That's why I tell all of you out there, don't co-sign loans with people, especially your children, your family members. It can happen. So it's a very scary situation. No, you cannot claim without it hurting her. So now the question is, what are you going to do? Now we have problems. Do you see what people get themselves into? Are you just amazed?
Is there any situation where it's okay to co-sign a loan?
No.
Never.
Never.
Not once ever.
Never. Right? Everybody wants to know. They want to know, who are you? Unveil yourself. Can you do this?
I can do it.
Are you ready, everybody? Drum roll. Please welcome Michael Urie from the Ugly Betty Show. You probably know him as Mark.
The last conquest together.
I guess it is. We've had a lot of good times together.
Oh. Remember breaking into that safe to steal Bradford's will?
Oh, that was the best.
No, the best was having Christina accused of kidnapping her own baby.
Wait, you're forgetting the fact that we stole the sperm from Bradford's cold dead body in the first place. Oh, good times.
We really should be in jail.
She's got a future, that Vanessa Williams.
Doesn't she?
She's okay. She's got a few things going on for her. I think she'll make it.
Yeah, but you want to know something, which is why I wanted Michael on the Suze Orman Show. Recently, a little while ago, I saw him in a play called The Temperamentals. He is, honest to God, one of the most talented actors I have ever seen in my life. If I was a betting woman, which I am, and if I were to put money on something, which I do, I would buy stock in you 100%, sir. You mark my words, everybody. One day, this is going to be the star of a lifetime.
Thank you
Michael,
so
thank
much.
you for coming on to the show.
It's been an absolute treat. I'm obsessed with your show. I watch it all the time, and to get to come here and watch you make it was so special.
And everybody, make sure you tune in to Ugly Betty. It is a great, great show. But here's what I all want you to know for now. I want you to have a safe Halloween. I want to make sure that your bags are filled with treats, not tricks. And until next Saturday night, there is only one thing that I want you to remember when it comes to your money, and it is this: people first, then money, then things. Now you stay safe. Yeah.